For Stoic behaviors that make you unshakable, true danger doesn't need noise. It comes from self-mastery. These for Stoic behaviors will help you heal your mind, master your emotions, and become unshakable. Learn how to walk through chaos with composure and strength. When you heal your mind through ancient Stoic principles, you become unreadable, calm, dangerous in the best way. Start now. Heal your mind, and nothing outside can shake you again. You don't need to raise your voice to be feared. You just need to master your energy. Because the most dangerous person in the room is the calmest one in it. Power doesn't yell, it waits. Respect isn't demanded, it's radiated. And the man who controls himself controls everything. You are the only fight that matters, not to destroy your weakness, but to outgrow it. Because when you stop chasing approval, people chase your presence. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. You don't need rage to make an impact. You don't even need to speak to command a room. Because true strength begins in silence. And Stoicism teaches us that the most dangerous man isn't the one who shouts. It's the one who stays composed, the one who has nothing to prove. Today, we're exploring for Stoic behaviors that instantly shift how people see you. Not because you try to appear powerful, but because you no longer depend on how you appear at all. We'll pull directly from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, from the ancient scrolls of Seneca and the brutal truths of Epictetus, and we'll ground it in the world you live in today. The man who is unshakable is not emotionless. He simply knows which emotions are worth showing. Let's begin with a story. A man walks into a meeting room. He doesn't rush. He doesn't adjust his voice to be heard above the noise. He simply walks to the far end of the table, sits down and listens. He makes eye contact without aggression. He doesn't tap the table. He doesn't check his phone. And within 30 seconds, everyone else subconsciously adjusts to him. Their tone softens, their posture aligns, they slow down. That man doesn't force his energy into the room. He invites the room into his energy. What you just witnessed is the product of years of inner work, the byproduct of restraint, emotional clarity, and unshakable purpose. That man had already fought the battle most people avoid. The one called you versus you, and that brings us to the first behavior. Behavior 1. He speaks less, so his words weigh more. Marcus Aurelius said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." One of those things is how often we speak just to be seen. The unshakable man doesn't speak to compete. He speaks to contribute. He lets others speak first, so they feel heard, and when he speaks, it's with intent, not to impress, but to align with value, practice sense. You'll start to notice how loud the world really is, and you'll realize how much power you hold when you choose not to add to the noise. Behavior 2. He controls his reactions, not the room. You can't control traffic. You can't control what someone says to disrespect you. You can't control sudden change, heartbreak, rejection, or insult. But you can control how long they live in your mind. You can control your body language when everything inside wants to explode. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity." Why? Because it's in adversity that your boundaries are tested and built. You versus you. is not about always staying calm. It's about learning how to recover faster. It's about choosing your emotional investments the way an emperor chooses his allies, intentionally, with vision, and not out of fear, because fear reacts. Wisdom responds at the end of page 1. We stand on the edge of emotional mastery, but there's more. Coming up in page 2, we'll dive into how your physical posture can speak louder than words, and how your presence becomes dangerous not because of what you do, but because of who you've become. Let's keep going. Behavior 3. He commands without force. True power isn't loud. It's not chest-pounding or posturing. It's not found in titles or status or wealth. It's found in how you carry yourself, in how you make others feel when you enter the room, in the calm that follows your silence. You don't need to overpower people when your presence is enough. You don't need to convince anyone when your character is already clear. Epictetus wrote, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." The unshakable man has already decided who he is, so he doesn't need to prove it to anyone. Command by being rooted in your values, not in reaction, not in image, not in noise. Behavior 4. He lets go of what controls others. Stoic is free because he owns nothing outside himself. Not praise, not control, not the need to be liked. He can be insulted and feel nothing. Because the insult does not reach him, it only reveals the speaker. He can be surrounded by chaos and feel calm, because his peace doesn't depend on peace around him. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Letting go is not weakness. Letting go is clarity. Letting go is freedom from the opinions, expectations, and judgments that enslave others. Letting go is how you win you versus you. When you stop chasing power, you become powerful. When you stop chasing validation, you become worthy of it. And when you stop reacting, you start living. In the end, all strength comes from within, and the most dangerous man is still, because he has already won the war inside himself. That is Stoic discipline. That is Marcus Aurelius Stoic Resilience. That is you versus you. And that is how you become unshakable. So now ask yourself, were you when no one is watching? What battles are you still fighting within? And what would it take to stop fighting and start leading your mind instead? If this message sparked something inside you, don't let it fade. Reflect on it. Write about it. Rewatch it tomorrow when your discipline weakens. And if you're walking this stoic path with us, subscribe. We are building a community of inner warriors, of disciplined minds, of calm strength. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Someone still fighting their inner chaos. Let them know they're not alone. This is Marcus Aurelius Stoic Resilience. This is the work, and we'll see you in the next video. So now ask yourself, were you when no one is watching? What battles are you still fighting within? And what would it take to stop fighting and start leading your mind instead? If this message sparked something inside you, don't let it fade. Reflect on it. Write about it. Rewatch it tomorrow when your discipline weakens. And if you're walking this stoic path with us, subscribe. We are building a community of inner warriors, of disciplined minds, of calm strength. Share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Someone still fighting their inner chaos. Let them know they're not alone. This is Marcus Aurelius Stoic Resilience. This is the work, and we'll see you in the next video.